Hello, God bless from Up Ministries. It's me, Dick Jr. I am coming to you today to read you Isaiah chapter 11. Now, I prayed and I asked God to help me to speak with you today before I started this video. And I suggest that anytime you place yourself in God's Word, that you pray also, and that you ask Him for knowledge, wisdom, and understanding specifically, just like I do. And He's going to give them to you, and that's His promise, not mine. And it's in this book in many places if you go looking for it. But the reason why is He wants us to understand what's contained in this book, which is His perfect plan of salvation through Jesus Christ, His Son. So, from creation to the last day, everything we need to know about sin and salvation through Jesus Christ, God's Son, is contained in this book. So that being said, let's go ahead and get started here in Isaiah chapter 11. And on this one, I might pause in a couple spots to talk about a couple things, but I'll try to get straight through it. It's a very powerful prophecy. So, Isaiah chapter 11. Then a shoot will spring forth from the stem of Jesse, and a branch from its roots will bear fruit. I write John 15:1 looks like in there as a reference. I wrote that in. I don't know if it's in other people's Bibles. The Spirit of the Lord, I want you to hear this especially. This is verse 2. The Spirit of the Lord will rest on him. The Spirit of wisdom, understanding. I want you to follow what I'm going through here. The Spirit of counsel, the Spirit of strength, the Spirit of knowledge, and the fear of the Lord. So if you count it out, it says the Spirit of the Lord will rest on him. Okay, the Spirit of wisdom and understanding, the Spirit of counsel, Spirit of strength, Spirit of knowledge, and the fear of the Lord. 7. Okay. So I'm going to tell you, if you go to Revelation 1:4, it speaks about the 7 spirits. And also you might want to go to Zechariah 3:9 and 1 Enoch 61:11 concerning what I'm talking about right here. But that's the 7 spirits of the Lord. These are the spirits that he lays upon us. Jesus does, because these spirits lie upon him. That's what it says right here. Anyway, I'm going to continue. And he will delight in the fear of the Lord, and he will not judge by his eyes, by what his eyes see, nor make a decision by what his ears hear. Okay? His judgment is about what's in a man's heart. That's why it says that. They talk about Jesus here. So, but with righteousness he will judge the poor, and decide with fairness for the afflicted of the earth. He will strike the earth with the rod of his mouth, and with the breath of his lips he will slay the wicked. So, just words. Also, righteousness will be the belt about his loins, and faithfulness the belt about his waist. And the wolf will dwell with the lamb, and the leopard will lie down with the young goat, and the calf and the young lion and the fatling together. And the little boy will lead them. Also the cow and the bear will graze. Their young will lie down together. And the lion will eat straw like the ox. The nursing child will play by the hole of the cobra, and the weaned child will put his hand on the viper's den. They will not hurt or destroy in all my holy mountain. That's the key to that whole thing, my holy mountain. Okay? For the earth will be full of the knowledge of the Lord as the waters covers the sea. Then in that day the nations will resort to the root of Jesse, who will stand as a signal for the peoples, and his resting place will be glorious. Then it will happen on that day that the Lord will again recover the second time with his hand the remnant of his people, who will remain from Assyria, Egypt, Pathros, Cush, Elam, Shinar, Hamath, and the islands of the sea. He will lift up a standard for the nations, and assemble the banished ones of Israel, and will gather the dispersed of Judah from the 4 corners of the earth. Then the jealousy of Ephraim will depart, and those who harass Judah will be cut off. Ephraim will not be jealous of Judah, and Judah will not harass Ephraim. They will swoop down on the slopes of the Philistines on the west, Together they will plunder the sons of the east. They will possess Edom and Moab, and the sons of Ammon will be subject to them. And the Lord will utterly destroy the tongue of the sea of Egypt, and he will wave his hand over the river with his scorching wind, and he will strike it into 7 streams, and make them walk over dry shod. And there will be a highway from Assyria for the remnant of his people who will be left, just as there was for Israel in the day that they came up out of the land of Egypt. And that is all I have for Isaiah chapter 11. Thanks for listening, and God bless.